I was afraid of womanhood. Not that I'm not afraid now, but I've learned to pretend. I've learned to be flexible. In fact, I've developed some interesting tools to help me deal with this fear. Let me explain. When I was growing up, little girls were supposed to be kind and thoughtful, pretty, gentle, and soft. We were supposed to fit into the roles that were sort of shadowy, really not quite clear what we were supposed to be. There were plenty of role models all around us. We had our mothers, our aunts, our cousins, our sisters, and of course the ever-present media bombarding us with images and words, telling us how to be. Now my mother was different. She was a homemaker, but she and I didn't do girly things together, and she didn't buy me pink outfits. Instead, she knew what I needed, and she bought me a book of cartoons. And I just ate it up. I drew, and since I knew that humor was acceptable in my family, I could draw, do whatever I wanted to do, and not have to perform, not have to speak. I was very shy, and I could still get approval. I was launched as a cartoonist. Now when we're young, we don't always know. We know there are rules out there, but we don't always know. We don't always perform them right, even though we're imprinted at birth with these things, and we're told what the most important color is in the world. We're told the shape we're supposed to be in, we're told what to wear and how to do our hair, and how to behave. Now the rules that I'm talking about are constantly being monitored by the culture. We're being corrected, and the primary policemen are women because we are the carriers of the tradition. We pass it down from generation to generation. Not only that, we always have the vague rules that keep changing. We don't know what's going on all the time, so it puts us in a very strenuous position. Now, if you don't like these rules, and many of us don't, I know I don't, and I still don't even, though I follow them half the time, not quite sure what I'm following them for, what better way than to change them with humor? Humor relies on the traditions of a society. It takes what we know and it twists it. It takes the codes of behavior and the codes of dress and makes it unexpected, and that's what elicits a laugh. Now what if you put it together? Women and humor. I think you can get a change. Because women are on the ground floor and we know the traditions so well, we can bring a different voice to the table. When I was a little older, I realized there are not as many women in cartooning, and I thought, maybe I can break the glass ceiling of cartooning. And so I did. I became a cartoonist. And then I thought, well, why don't I do something else? I always loved political cartoons, so why don't I do something with the content of the cartoons to make people think about the stupid rules that we're following, as well as laugh? Now my perspective is a particularly American perspective. I can't help it. I live here. Even though I've traveled a lot, I still think like an American woman. But I believe that the rules that I'm talking about are universal, of course. That each culture has different codes of behavior and dress and traditions, and each woman has to deal with these same things that we do here in the U.S. Now my work lately has been to collaborate with international cartoonists, which I enjoy. And it has given me a greater appreciation for the power of cartoons to get at the truth, to get at the issues quickly. And not only that, it can get to the viewer, though not only the intellect, but through the heart. My work also has allowed me to collaborate with women cartoonists from across the world, and we have sat together and laughed together. We talk about our difficulties, and these women are working so hard to get their voices heard in some very difficult situations. But I feel blessed to be able to work with them. And we talk about how women have to stay strong because of our position in our role as tradition keepers. That we can have the great potential to be change agents, and I truly believe that we can change this thing one laugh at a time.